From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Harrison Mevis, out to get us started. And off we go from Lumen Field. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
The tight end Fant in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Play action now. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to pressure, gets there, and down he goes.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gun, gun.
Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Quick throw, taken in. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. First and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down. Now a handoff running right. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That stop made by Byron Young. Third and 5. So that'll do it for a fast-moving. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll bring this up to the 22. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
11, mighty.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, faking the give. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 33 yards. They'll go with a counter on first down. And he's just pushing guys out of the way. Powering forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Right back to him on first down. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Gun. Got.
Second down, Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We're back to Seattle after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
12. Here we go. Got.
Burrow now. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Got.
A first down throw for Burrow. That is brought in. end zone. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. That his first touchdown this year. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
The throw, left side, complete to Pearsall.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's third down and a few inches. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, complete to Pearsall. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, 49ers. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 38 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down, back at the 4. The Niners will use their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's third down and goal.
Let's go. 60 go.
Back to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, 49ers. Point after, coming up here. He He knocks it through. And the 49ers will level things out at 7 apiece. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
11 Thomas. 11 MT Tate.
Throwing is Burrow. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The return team going to let that one. Go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. A tough spot here. Third and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
He'll drop to throw. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw yet again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A handoff, running left, it is Walker. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Stop.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. A short gain up to the 20. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down.
On 1, ready?
Got to get this to the 25.
Gun.
Here's 3rd down.
Stop.
Back to throw. Burrow. Open man, left side. He's got it. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Seattle.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here we go, here we go.
The tight end Fant in motion. They go play action for Burrow. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. Second down and 8. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They send the tight end in motion. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Let's get set.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Room to run past midfield. The speed on display. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup. They'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slot man in motion right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Oh, do you believe it? It's no good. That is his 1st extra point miss of the season. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
One, ready? Here we go.
Man in motion, heading left. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Quick throw here is complete. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Second down and 3.
Here we go.
The tight end Fant in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 21. 1st down, Seattle.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Walker. They'll send him over to the left. Second down, Burrow. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll look to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6. They'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
Let's go now.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's get set.
Slot receiver headed right. Here comes the jet sweep. To the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Seahawks. Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down.
And you love to see that you find yourself here in the 4th quarter. Your team is trailing. You're trying to do anything possible to see if you can create some sort of late spark. He goes big-time effort on the layout catch, and he's able to pull it in and see if it could be a little bit of a spark here late in this ballgame.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. There's that man again. Another catch. That is catch number 60 for the season.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner out. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On third down. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his.
That one intercepted. And the Niners are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
Nothing scarier for a quarterback, Mike, than to seeing that ball popped up in the air. It feels like that ball is in the air for an eternity, and all you hope is that it just harmlessly falls to the ground. And fortunately for the offense, that's exactly what it did.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll look to throw yet again. Going for it all. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with it.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On 1, ready?
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Gun. Got.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will be taken down, but there is a penalty flag down. A silly penalty may erase the turnover. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. No problem there on the extra point, and the Seahawks are able to extend the lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
On 2nd down, it's McCaffrey. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. For the 12th man, a factor here as it's a